Give it to me like.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your Miss Contagious Smile. By the way, welcome to my channel, Buenas Channel. And before we start, please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell para updated kayo sa aking mga bagong video. So in this video, I will going to discuss the three countries that are under of Upper Asian literature, and these are African, Chinese, and Indian literature. But for today's video, I will going to discuss first about the African literature, all about the African literature that we discuss in the subject of Upper Asian literature. So, are you ready? Well, are you ready to watch this video, to listen carefully and learn something? If yes, let us begin. So, are you familiar with this picture? Well, if you are, well, that's nice. Well, this is the Kush Pyramid. Yes, Kush Pyramid is very popular and in Africa. So it can be found in Africa, this Kush Pyramid. So facts about it, this Kush Pyramid is that this pyramid were built by Egyptian kings of 4th dynasty, who is Chops. Yes, Chops, who built the Great Pyramid at Giza roughly 4,600 years ago. So the rise of African great civilization is between 751 and 664 BC. So Africa's golden age was around between AD 300 or after that 1600. Well, I could say African literature was used to remind everybody in this world. It is very important in today's society, this generation, and even in the next generation, because African literature brings their culture. Exactly, they bring their culture in this world, their remarkable oral and written literature, just like poems and poetry. So their writings of poem and poetry are really nice, and it has a good meaning in its every poem. So by the way, speaking of poetry, so African poetry is more eloquent in its expression of negritude, since it is the poet who first articulated thoughts and feelings about the inhumanity suffered by their own people. Yes, you heard it. So, I have here a poem. Yes, a poem, Telephone Conversation. So, are you familiar with that poem? Well, if yes, it's nice that you are familiar with that, because Telephone Conversation is a poem that was really nice. It was written by Paul Soyinka. So Telephone Conversation is under of African literature. So this Telephone Conversation, this poem was written by Paul Soyinka, and Paul Soyinka is a poet that most anthologized poem that reflects negritude. So I will going to read the poem or the Yes, the poem of telephone conversation. So, excerpt from telephone conversation. The price seemed reasonable. Location indifferent, the landlady swore she lived off premises. Nothing remained but self-confession. Madame, I warned, I hate a wasted journey. I am African. Silence, silence, transmission of pressurized good breathing. Voice when it came, lipstick coated, long gold rolled, cigarette holder peep, caught I was fully. How dark! I had not misheard. Are you light or very dark? Button B, button A. The stench of rancid breath of public hide and speak. So that is the telephone conversation, and the poem is not too long. It is not too short, but it has a good meaning. It has a good content in this poem. So, well, this poem is about the Black American. It is a conversation, telephone conversation between Black American and a landlady. So, the Black American is the one who's seeking the landlady's permission to accommodate him in her lodging house. Well, as we can read on the poem, it is very obvious under conversation that the landlady is against or have a problem with black people. There is a racism and prejudice that happen in the poem. So, in my opinion, so this poem was truly happening and is still happening right now in this world. So, wi- but with this poem, I think it is the way, or it is an instrument for equality. The poet wants us to enlighten our mind and be aware from what's happening in this world. That racism and prejudice is still happening, and I think it is inevitable, but I think it has to stop. Yes, from now on, it has to stop the racism and prejudice. We must equally treat each other right, whatever our skin color, whatever our race, identity, or citizenship, whatever our countries. So that's the end of my discussion about the African literature. I know it's not that too long, but I hope you still learned something about my discussion, and see you on my next vlog. Please, by the way, please don't forget to like and comment down below and share and subscribe to my channel. So please watch my part 2, my second vlog. It is the Chinese literature. See you there.